Hi everyone, thanks so much for being here. I'm Brendan Fitzgibbons. I'm a comedian, I'm a podcast host, I'm an actor. I host a podcast called Spiritual Asshole. It's a podcast about self-help and spirituality that doesn't make you feel like a tool. Okay, so today I want to talk about something really quick, and that is New Year's resolutions. By now, you've already quit your resolutions. You're already face down in a pound cake. You're chugging buckets of pulled pork sandwiches and chain smoking cigarettes while watching 14 seasons of Lost, which is half of your life. By the way, the year is 2005. So what I want to do in this video really quickly is tell you why you probably already quit your resolutions, and also how you can make it so that you can reach your goals and your resolutions much easier the next time. The number one reason why people usually quit their New Year's resolutions or give up is because they set way too many resolutions, all right? We come out firing. We're like, all right, I didn't do shit in 2024, so 2025, guys, yo, no, you have no idea. It's December 31st, you're like, yo, next year, I'm gonna go to the gym every day. I'm gonna get a 12-pack. I'm gonna be a millionaire in 2 weeks. I'm gonna be a billionaire in 4 weeks. I'll be in Mars on week number 6. And week number 8, I'll invent a new cryptocurrency and probably marry a Kardashian. I don't even know their names, it doesn't matter. You can meet any goal. I believe that. But what happens is you overload yourself, right? So that kind of puts you in a state of paralysis. And what ends up happening is the new year starts, you have these huge goals, your brain looks at the magnitude of these goals and you say, I can't do that, and then you usually end up just quitting. You would be so much better off, and this is tip number 1, set insanely small goals if you're gonna set them at all. You are much better off being like, okay, I'm gonna go to the gym 3 times a week, and I'm gonna go there and I'm going to set a 5-minute timer where I will go to the gym, tie my shoes, do 2 laps around the gym, check out all the hot people, look at myself and say, not bad. And then I'm going to leave, okay? If you just did that, you would be surprised at the effect you would have on your brain, because you're rewarding your brain with dopamine. And what also ends up happening is when you meet that goal, it gives you more energy to surpass that goal. We're like, well, I'm already at the gym, so I mean, it's kind of stupid that I just come here and just check out all the hot people and leave. I'm hot. Why don't I just go to the Stairmaster for 5 minutes? And then you can go. And I know that might sound crazy, but the best goals are achieved incrementally over time. Everything is best achieved that way. The Willis Tower in Chicago didn't just appear, right? It was brick by brick. And Will Smith has this great story in his book about how every day, this is before he punched Chris Rock in the face, every day he and his brother would lay a brick down for a wall over the course of 2 years, until finally his dad brought him in and was like, never say you can't do anything. That was his exact voice. Okay, so aim small. And I know that seems counterintuitive, but by aiming small, you can build bigger. It's just true. All right. I would say set number 2. Set few. Set a couple, y'all. Okay? You don't need to do 20. All right? What are you most excited about this year? What do you most want to see? So let's say it's your health. Let's say you want to intermittent fast. Start by intermittent fasting in a kind of a big window, and then take that window down. Say, hey, today, for the first week in January, I am going to only eat from the hours of 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. I'm only going to throw food in my face for 18 hours a day, and then the next day have it be 17. No, but literally, like, start incrementally taking it down and setting few goals. I'm going to intermittent fast in a 10-hour window for 2 weeks and see how that goes. And every single time you meet this goal, you're going to get more momentum from your brain to make you want to do it more, okay? Guys, I used to hate hiking. For the longest time, I was like, I cannot stand hiking. If I met somebody and they were like, I'm in LA, and if someone was like, hey, let's go hiking, I'm like, why do you hate me? Why do you hate fun? Okay? But now, all of a sudden out of nowhere, all I want to do is hike. And every single day I've been hiking, and I never once set out the goal, I'm a hiker. I just am now like proving to myself every day more and more that this is what I really want to do. So again, set really small goals. Set few goals. And the third one that's very important, give yourself a fucking break. Okay? This is what that means. A lot of times what happens is with goals, we set all these goals, we don't meet them, then we beat the shit out of ourselves mentally and say, you suck, fuck it, who cares? Let's go back to shotgunning milk duds at CVS. Done it! Been there. Give yourself a break if you don't meet the goals. Beating yourself up is not very motivating. In fact, a lot of psychologists believe it's actually the opposite. It's kind of counterintuitive, right? It's literally like if your car broke down and you're like, I gotta fix my car. I know how I'll fix it. I'll just kick the shit out of it and drop kick it and break my windshield and be like, now it's fixed. No, you have to actually get at the root as to why you're doing something, which we will talk about that in another video. But even more importantly, show yourself compassion in the moment that it's okay that you fell off your goal. And know that you will be able to meet it if you redirect and be nice to yourself. So love yourself, son. That's the point of this message. Love yourself. So again, to recap, small goals, set few goals. Meditating is such a good example. Let's say that this is the year you want to try meditating. Do not sit down and try to meditate for 60 minutes. That's setting yourself up for massive failure. That's like saying, hey, I want to become a long jumper. My first jump is going to be off this building. Slowly build it up over time. Playing guitar, anything, learning to cook. Build it up slowly and reward yourself with the knowledge and the progress that you're making, which will be a propeller for you to do even more. And you'll start to really show yourself how good you are at things. Because over a year, the progress you can make is insane. But a lot of times our now brains are like, well, I don't have a six-pack today, it's not worth it. And then you're like, let me just go drink this gallon of Ozempic. Or I like to call it 5 Loco. And here's the good thing about goals. You don't need New Year's Eve to set goals. You don't need a New Year's resolution. You don't need December 31st to set a resolution. You can make a resolution every day, all the time. But the best resolutions that you can be making are the ones that you make to yourself. You don't have to declare it. You don't have to write it down. If you just hold an intention strongly inside of you and say, this is who I am now. I'm going to be different. I'm going to make incremental changes until I become that new version of myself, and I'm going to dominate, and I'm going to be the hottest person in this Planet Fitness that costs at least $14 a month. For the cost of one cocktail, I will belong to Planet Fitness. This is your year. I believe in you. Let's go.